Greetings, I'm Professor K, and in this short video presentation, we're going to see how we can use PowerShell scripting to make our clean install of Windows 10 a vulnerable target for cybersecurity and DFIR testing. In this lesson, we'll take our clean Windows 10 virtual machine from a previous lab and convert it into a controlled, vulnerable lab system using PowerShell. You'll learn how to run structured scripts that modify Windows settings, create test users, adjust firewall rules, enable lab services, and prepare the VM for cybersecurity practice. We'll also cover snapshot management and validation steps so the vulnerable VM remains safe, repeatable, and easy to reset. By the end of this lesson, you'll have a reusable, vulnerable Windows 10 VM ready for scanning, testing, and hands-on security exercises. In Lab 1, we created a clean install of Windows 10. In Lab 2, we copied over the PowerShell-Lab folder to the desktop of our Windows 10 target machine. We're now going to run the scripts inside of the PowerShell-Lab folder to make this machine vulnerable. To successfully run these PowerShell scripts, we'll need to run PowerShell in an elevated mode. To do this, we're going to add the administrator access to PowerShell to the right-click context menu of our mouse. Now, you'll see that currently I have Open PowerShell here as an administrator. If you open up the folder, you'll see that there is a reg file. It says run-PowerShell_admin.reg. When you launch the file, you're going to say yes to the user access control. It's next going to pop up and ask you, do you want to actually modify the registry with this script? You're going to select yes. Now once you've done that, and you come back to the desktop, and you right-click on the folder, you should see in the context menu, Open PowerShell here as administrator. We're now ready to open PowerShell as the administrator inside of this folder. Let's go ahead and click the option to open PowerShell here as administrator. And again, you'll have to say yes to the UAC. We now have PowerShell running as the administrator inside of the PowerShell-Lab folder on our desktop. Now I can do a DIR and I can see the contents. Inside of our lab folder, you'll see that we have a number of scripts that we can run. Inside of the scripts subfolder, there will be a number of scripts that will be launched and ran using the run make vulnerable.ps1 script. To make this happen, we're just going to type in the following at the prompt. /run-make vulnerable.ps1. Hit enter, and it's going to run through all the scripts inside of the script folder and make the machine vulnerable. During this script, SMB shares will be enabled, but that's going to require a reboot before it actually takes effect, so you will see an error message. When you see the error message, just wait for the script to finish, and then you can reboot the machine and SMB shares will be enabled. And you can see that the virus protection was turned off. And here you see the error message stating that the machine needs to be restarted for the SMB settings to take place. We can close out PowerShell and we'll just do a restart. When we come back up, we will do a validation to ensure that the scripts ran successfully. Windows 10 has restarted. Once again, we're back to the desktop. Right-click on your PowerShell-Lab folder and select Open PowerShell here as administrator. You'll notice this time we were not prompted for the UAC. The user access control was disabled with one of the scripts that we just ran. Again, we'll type in DIR. And this time we're going to run the validation script. So I'm just going to copy this, highlight it, do a Control-C, come down here, type in a dot, backslash, and now I'm just going to paste in that name of that file. Make sure there's no spaces. We'll now hit enter, and the validation script will now run. And you can see by the output that there are no issues. Everything has been configured to make this machine vulnerable. If you're interested on what settings were modified on this Windows 10 machine to make it vulnerable, once you run the validation script, you can just go through the readout or the printout, and you can look and see all of the different settings that were modified. Let's do another DIR, and you'll see that there's also a restore safer defaults script. If you want to restore the machine back to a clean install, you can run the run-restore safer defaults.ps1 script, and that will remove the vulnerability. When we first created the Windows 10 clean install, we did a snapshot so that we could roll back to that instance if we needed to. So now you have two options. You can roll back using the restore safer defaults.PowerShell script, or you can use your snapshot that you created when you first created the clean install. We're now going to go ahead and create another snapshot. So we go up to machine, inside of the VirtualBox taskbar, and we're going to scroll on down till we come to take snapshot. We're going to give this one another name. We'll call this one Win10-vulnerable scripts. You can give it a short description if you so desire. I'm going to click OK. And now you'll see that the snapshot is being created. Back at our VirtualBox Management Console, in the right Windows pane, you should be able to see all of your available snapshots. The current state is the default configuration when the machine was first created. Then we created a snapshot of the clean install, and then we created a snapshot of the Win10 machine after we ran the vulnerability scripts. We can close out PowerShell, and I'll show you the scripts that were ran. If we go into the scripts folder, you'll see that there are 8 of them. And all these scripts were ran with the one batch script that called on all 8 to configure the machine to make it vulnerable. And so in this short video presentation, you got to see how we can use PowerShell to create a vulnerable instance of Windows 10 for our pen testing and our DFIR labs. You got any questions? You got any concerns? Please don't hesitate to reach out, contact your instructor, and I'll see you in my next video.